Tesla stock is in the green today after forming a bull flag pattern. Typically, this can lead to upside of 18% by about 85% of the time. We have that for you here in this video. Not to mention a price target increase for Tesla stock, Mercedes-Benz joining the Tesla supercharger network, and cash incentives for buyers in China. We have much more, everything you guys need to know for today in this video. But first, if you like to make money and you want to make more of it, you want to reach financial freedom as quickly as possible and grow your net worth, be the change in your family, well, this channel could be a good place to start. Hit that subscribe button as well as the like button. We keep you up to date with everything going on with Tesla as well as the markets on a day-by-day basis. Now let's go ahead and get straight into all of this information. First things first, fueling some excitement today in the markets is the non-farm payroll report coming in at 209,000 jobs. You were expecting 225,000 job ads. This is in line with what I was hoping to see, around 200,000 job ads. It's not 100,000. It's not super low where people are fearful of a imminent recession, but it's not showing that we continue to add 300,000+ jobs every single month, as well as the unemployment rate came in line with expectations at 3.6%. This data is allowing for the 2-year treasury to fall 7 basis points today and stopping this increase that we have seen recently. This is going to slightly bring down borrowing cost, and that is a positive thing for the economy. Keep in mind, the markets only care about a recession, about economic growth. The Fed, none of that matters. As long as inflation continues to fall, the concern will be about a recession. The 10-year treasury is also flat on the day. Again, that's positive for the markets considering the recent rally that we have seen in both of these bond yields. In the news today, Mercedes-Benz is the latest car company to sign on for Tesla's EV charging stations. Now, this is an incremental positive. Tesla is going to be the backbone of the charging infrastructure. A lot of the bears, they point out that Tesla is going to lose some moat behind Tesla. And that's the farthest thing from the truth. When you hear that, just disregard it, okay? Tesla, much more than charging. Why do you think Elon's allowing all these players to join their charging network? Tesla's never been about charging. It's about solar, energy storage. It's about the brand of Tesla, full self-driving, robo-taxis, so many other things besides just the charging network. So you bring more people on, seems like a positive thing. Tesla stock is reacting bullish today, and I think that's proof enough that these deals are bullish. Now, according to Benzinga, Tesla has created a possible bull flag pattern between June 27th and Friday, with the pull formed over the first 5 trading days of that time frame and the flag formed since. The measured move of the bull flag is about 18%, which suggests Tesla could rise towards $322 per share. Bullish traders would want to see substantial bullish volume pushing Tesla beyond the upper descending trend line of the bull flag pattern, thus confirming the pattern's recognition. If that happens, the stock will also form a higher high, which will confirm a new uptrend is in the cards. Now, a bull flag pattern is successful about 85% of the time during a bull market. And it's categorized as a bullish chart pattern formed by 2 rallies separated by a brief consolidating retracement period. This is a good example of a bull flag pattern. You rise sharply, you come down, you kind of consolidate, trade sideways, and then you head towards that higher high. If we take a look at Tesla's stock today, I mean, it looks identical to that picture that we just showed. You just confirmed a bull flag. It looks like Tesla will close above $280 per share today. If not the actual close and after hours, that would be likely. If that happens and Tesla continues higher, the option activity could fuel a gamma squeeze. As you guys know, there has been massive option activity on Tesla stock that is super bullish. Expiring July 14th, the biggest option expiration is that $300 call. You currently have open interest of 20,000, volume on the day of 26,000. The next biggest option expiration is the 280 call, in which you're right at that level right now. You have open interest of 114,000 and volume of 58,000. Open interest just means that's the amount of contracts that are held in people's brokerage accounts currently, and the volume meaning how many contracts were actually traded today. Out of the total volume today, for expiration of July 14th, 63% of the option activity is bullish today. For July 21st, 64% of the option activity traded today is also bullish. If we look at the biggest option expiration by far for July 21st, this captures earnings for Tesla, so this one's a little bit more important. That's where you're getting a little bit more IV and volatility as people are placing their bets for Tesla's earnings. The biggest strike is that $300 call, where you have open interest of 30,000 and volume on the day of 8,200. The 250 call as well has open interest of 42,000 and volume of 1,000 here on the day. So nonetheless, some pretty bullish option activity. If the stock continues higher above 280, starts its way towards 300, a gamma squeeze would look likely. Now, one of the best things I could say about a possible gamma squeeze is that you really haven't seen FOMO yet. To a large degree, Tesla has seen lower than recent average trading volume. Any given day over the last week or so, you've seen 120 to 130 million shares trading hands. What you've seen during this sharp rally was 175 million, 200 million shares trading hands every single day. So if you get a volume increase as we break above major levels, that's where you start to get more FOMO kicking in, and that volume can drive Tesla's stock higher. Not to mention a possible short squeeze as well, with about $26 billion currently of short positions. This would be a most likely outcome if you start to break above $300 per share. Vijay Rakesh from Mitsuo Securities raised his price target from $230 to $300 today. This is following a recent trend from analysts getting more bullish on Tesla stock. Even the bears, such as JP Morgan, have incrementally raised their price targets as of lately. And once you break above that $300 level, you're going to see more price target increases to the upside. Analysts like to chase whatever's going on with the stock. When Tesla was falling, everyone lowered their price targets. When Tesla rises, everyone raises their price targets. Long story short, higher price targets mean bullish for Tesla. That is usually a positive thing. And you're seeing that positive effect here today. Tesla stock is up over 1%. Rakesh believes that the electrical vehicle maker will be the global EV leader for the next decade. Major automakers noted June strength in the US from pent-up demand. China saw holiday discounts driving demand, Rakesh said in a research note. Unfortunately, in the near term, we expect macroeconomic and perhaps competitive forces to continue to pressure the company's automotive average selling prices and margins, Truist Securities analyst William Steen wrote in a research note. He rates the stock as a hold with a $240 price target. And back in the news is some bears. Tony Sacconaghi. Keep in mind, he has a price target on Tesla of $150 per share. He only considers Tesla's auto business when he does his evaluations. Most analysts do. They don't factor in the other businesses for Tesla. But in this note put out today, he feels that Tesla is grossly overestimating energy storage prospects. He says, additionally, Tesla appears to be assuming 43% global ESS market share, the analyst wrote. Given the competitive nature of the business, we assume 15% share. Tesla's ESS volumes are likely to be around 10% of what the EV makers appears to be forecasting for 2023, Sacconaghi further mentioned. These guys are delusional. The energy storage business could become a larger portion of Tesla's business than even autos in due time. I think 43% could be quite reasonable, but that total addressable market on 43% is going to be massive, right? And that's what these analysts fail to realize, and that's why they will continue to lose money while you outperform Wall Street. Hyundai has officially surpassed General Motors for selling the most vehicles in EV vehicles in the US for the first half of 2023. General Motors currently sitting at 36,322, Hyundai at 38,457, Tesla at 336,000. Tesla is almost 10 times higher than Hyundai, just showing how far behind Tesla's competition is. Tesla doesn't have all too much competition in reality here in America. In other news, Tesla wants the EPA to finalize tougher vehicle emission rules. Says the EPA in April proposed new 2027 through 2023 vehicle standards that would cut emissions by 56% and result in an estimated 60% of new vehicles by 2030 being electric and 67% by 2023 or 2032. Tesla said in comments made public Friday it wants the EPA to adopt a tougher plan that would ensure more than 69% of vehicles in 2032 are EVs. We'll keep you guys up to date if anything changes with this EPA standard. Obviously, if 100% of vehicles were to be EV by 2032 instead of 69%, that would mean better things for Tesla and would likely mean a higher justifiable valuation today. We are also continuing to get more 13F filings that are coming out, and still we're not seeing any firms really selling out of Tesla. We've seen Renaissance Investment Group that did completely sell out of Tesla, but they had only a couple hundred shares to begin with. You're seeing a 12,000 share brand new position, a 1,000 share brand new position, and a 1,400 share brand new position. And almost all of these firms are increasing their ownership of Tesla. Very few firms are actually reducing exposure of Tesla, and the firms that are, it's 2%, 2.8%, 8%, whereas you're seeing increases of 171%, 20%, 107%, 40%, 35%. You get the idea. These firms are actually buying the dip in Tesla rather than selling the rip. Now let's dive deeper into some of the technicals, because Tesla stock is not even at its 52-week high. So in regards to $300 or $320 per share, that would be around its 52-week high. So there is still room to rally here, all things considered. I think the macro environment, the willingness to see stocks rally, a lot of people think we're in a new 10-year bull market. I think it's a little bit better today than it was, for an example, in August of 2022, about 1 year ago, when Tesla was trading at $315 per share. Most certainly, the fundamentals for Tesla definitely would support higher prices from here. hands down. Now, if we take a look at the RSI has done exactly what Nvidia did. It was super high, about 90. It came down, it kind of sold off and traded sideways. The RSI reset, and it has not gone back to 90, and it likely won't go back to 90 unless we do get a very explosive rally from here. The RSI is currently at 68.70, meaning you're not even technically overbought here. So there's room for the RSI to go higher and for Tesla stock to also make that move higher. Now, the MACD has been pretty bullish. As you can see, these humps, anything above this middle line right here is bullish, anything under is bearish, and Tesla is definitely on a bearish roller coaster right now. You're at the higher end of this hump. Now, what's more important is this yellow line either being above or below the blue line. You've seen the yellow line break above the blue line back here on May 5th, and it stayed above the blue line until June 23rd. It fell under on June 23rd, and now it just rose above again on July 5th. This means that likely continued strength is to come and higher prices. So my expectation from here, considering the option activity that we're seeing every single day being so bullish, as well as the massive short position, again, worth about $26 billion, is you probably do rally over 300 heading into earnings, as it makes logical sense to not bet the farm against Tesla heading into earnings. If you were betting against Tesla heading into delivery numbers, well, you were disappointed because they were better than expectations. And on a pure risk to reward basis, it makes sense to reduce some short exposure heading into Tesla's earnings. So I do think you're going to see a bullish buying pressure for the next week or two until we get to July 19th and we do ultimately get Tesla earnings. This could likely send Tesla to about $320 per share. If Tesla gives us good earnings, that could mean much higher prices after that. So that is going to do it for this video. That is everything you need to know on the day with Tesla, the latest developments, and what is happening in the markets today. Let me know what you guys think about all of this information down below in the comment section. What is coming next for Tesla stock? If you guys also want to come trade with me live in real time every time I make a trade and join a trading community, link down below in the description of this video for the Patreon. Not to mention you help support the channel. If you guys also want to help support the channel and rock your Tesla merch, maybe start a conversation and teach someone about the potential of Tesla stock somewhere out there in public, link for the merch down below in the description of this video as well. Get yourself free stock with Webull. Sign up, deposit $1, get 15 free stocks, throw a couple free stocks my way. It's a win-win for everyone involved. Nonetheless, thank you guys for watching. Enjoy your day and your weekends, and I will see you in the next one.